Nuggets. Chris Broussard, are you in or out on James Harden as a lock for MVP?
I am in. Barring him falling off a cliff, barring him getting injured and missing several weeks, he is the clear-cut MVP. Been the bridesmaid 2 of the last 3 years. Finally going to win that award, and I know he wants it too.
And I don't think I'm in as well. You said barring him falling off a cliff. I think he would literally have to fall off a cliff. I think if he plays the rest of the year, he's going to win the MVP. The only thing that could strip it from him is an injury that happens the next few weeks. Because even if he were to miss the last 2 weeks of the year, I think he'd be the MVP.
Let me ask you this. Is there anything LeBron can do? If Harden keeps playing the way he is, and LeBron averages, say, 35.
I mean, sure, if LeBron averages a 30-point triple-double the rest of the way.
You think even then?
And they go like 21-2. They would have to have an unbelievable record, challenge for the 1 seed in the East to have any shot. Harden's going to win the MVP.
It still would be hard.
He should have won it 3 years ago. Yeah. I felt he should have won it last year, but some people like Broussard voted for Russ. So.
All right, moving on to Jimmy Butler. He suffered a torn meniscus Friday night, had surgery on Sunday. T-Wolves are hoping to have him back for the playoffs, but opting for the procedure could hinder him in the long term. Nick, you in or out on Jimmy Butler's decision to get surgery?
I respect the hell out of him for it. It gets him back to his team as quickly as possible, and the surgery might have been inevitable, but there is a path sometimes to recovery from this injury without surgery, but it's a 4 to 6 month path. He would have been out for the rest of the year, so I'm out on it, because that path, by the way, doesn't have as many long-term negative effects on your knee typically as the surgery does. Just concerns me. I love Jimmy Butler, but him coming off this surgery, won't have a full meniscus, and he's playing for Tom Thibodeau, that worries me.
I'm in on it. I love his competitiveness. He's saying, look, we have a very good team. I want to take a shot at the playoffs of going deep in the Western Conference, winning a round or two. But you brought up some good long-term concerns. Obviously, we hope those don't happen. And I look at Isaiah Thomas. Now, Isaiah Thomas took that route. That wasn't the same injury, but with his hip, he just sat out, he rested, and obviously it hasn't worked out for him. So there are many different ways he could have gone.
Plus, the meniscus is overrated.
Oh. Yo, who needs it, right?
To the NFL. Who needs a knee? Blake Bortles signed a 3-year, $54 million contract extension with the Jags. The deal gives him $26.5 million guaranteed and could be worth up to $66 million with incentives. Nick, you in or out on Blake Bortles living up to his contract?
Man, I'm out. Blake Bortles, aside from 3 games in December, has been awful for his whole career. The idea that you now have made it harder to move on from Blake Bortles, I don't understand it. Blake Bortles was not a part of the reason you went to the AFC Championship game. He is the reason you didn't end up in the Super Bowl. Blake Bortles, let's not assign the quarterback wins stat to Bortles. He's not good. And now he's your quarterback next year and probably the year after.
Nick, look, come on. I'm with you. He throws ducks. We know he's got a lot of problems. He's not a great quarterback.
Yeah.
However, you cannot say he had nothing to do with them getting to the AFC Championship game and actually having a shot at winning. I mean, you got to give the guy some credit. We've seen Trent Dilfer and guys like that win Super Bowls. And so now, am I in love with Blake Bortles? No. But I'm saying basically what they did was they gave him a 1-year tryout that's worth $7 million. They guaranteed him 26.5. He was going to get his 19 anyway, right?
So you're in. So you're in.
I'm in on this.
Okay, that's great.
1 year.
Jaguars, once again,
tryout.
A quarterback injury away from being a great team.
I love it. And finally, Tiger Watch.
Yeah.
2018. Tiger finished 12th over the weekend at the Honda Classic, 8 strokes behind the leader. Chris Broussard, you in or out on Tiger Woods contending at the Masters?
I would love to be in, but I'm out.
Oh, my God.
Look,
Are you even American?
I hope I'm wrong. Believe me, this is the one time I hope I'm wrong, but I cannot sit here and say I think Tiger Woods is going to contend for the match. What's contending? Top 5?
Well, we watched it
in the hunt on the last day?
Yes.
Contending. Where is the shot to win on the last day? You're out.
I hope I'm wrong, but I'm out.
I hope you're wrong, too. I'm in. Forget contending.
You're just going with your heart,
Let's go with the Tiger Slam. Let's win them all. He's the best golfer ever. with respect to Jack Nicklaus.
Well, hold on. Is he the best or not?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I said with respect, all due respect, Jack Nicklaus, Tiger's the best golfer of all time. He looked good this weekend. His approach game was extraordinary. If he can get the driver a little more in line, he's back to being the best golfer on the tour. Is that hyperbole? Is it overreaction? It's probably all those things. I don't care. Golf is back. Tiger's back. I'm so happy.
How awesome would that weekend be for us to be sitting down watching Tiger at Augusta that whole weekend, especially on Sunday? Wouldn't that be great?
It'd be incredible.
We got a rock coming up. Des Bryant speaks out about his upcoming contract situation.